Just a few seconds ago, I was sharing with us the beauty of our efforts. I don't want to call some people say, today I was already very proud of some people. The way they conducted themselves, especially in the sweeping and arranging of the service before the rest of you came. You know, but what God is saying to us is that you can do more. He expects more from you. The question that we need to answer now is that, can you do more? Is there something more that you can do to God or for God that you have not done? Do you think what you have done is enough? Do you think you have the capacity to actually do more for this God? Are there things that you felt you should have done more for God, but you held back for one reason or the other? We're not interested in the reason. But it's for you, this topic is for you to think, have I done enough for God? It dropped in my heart. I began to ask God, how am I going to explain this? And in a dream, God showed me a picture of myself. I'll tell you the dream, pay attention. In that dream, I found myself in the house of a wealthy man. In fact, if I call the man, you will know. The man is very wealthy, probably a billionaire, because it's not at the level of billionaire again. He's a wealthy man, but he has many wives. Some of you will know this. And the wife, one of his wives is very popular. It's not the first wife, but she's still a young lady, very young lady, but she's married to this very billionaire. I found myself in the house of that billionaire. And in that dream, I was a steward. I was appointed as a steward. I don't understand. So in the dream, one of the children, the wife, very popular lady, in fact, if I tell you her profession, many of you will know. Actress, right? You know the person. You won't believe. That is exactly, I saw myself as a steward in the house of this actress and her husband is a billionaire. And then I sat there. The wife was always trying to be talking to me, but I was treating her, even though I knew I was older than her. But in that dream, I was treating her with her respect and giving her all the courtesy that she demands because she's the wife of my master. And in that dream, I don't know how old her children are. I don't know if she has any child. But in that dream, one of her sons went to the tap and tried to switch on the tap and destroyed the head of the tap. And then water was splashing everywhere. And I rushed there to try to couple up the tap thing. Luckily enough, the man passed by. I was like, what's going on? I told him the son messed up with the head of the tap and water is splashing everywhere. The man said, okay, let them come and fix it. I told him, don't worry, sir, I can fix it. But I fixed it, but not very professionally. It fixed, but water was still dropping off somehow. So when I left it like that, I tried to use my own gun one way or the other, but water was still dripping. So the man went out with the wife, came back like 2 days later, went for maybe outside the state, came back like 2 days later, and then on the same day the man came back, he met that water is splashing everywhere again. And he called me and said, but you say you have fixed this thing. I said, I did. Maybe only for me to find out that that same boy had gone there to pull the thing anyhow again and the water is everywhere. And the man was like, why don't you just let me get someone to fix this instead of you trying to? I said, sir, this thing is not supposed to be something difficult. Don't bother spending your money. Let me fix it. The man just laughed. The next thing he said, give me your account number. I will send you how many. In fact, what happened in the dream was that that boy had done that damage to like 3 other taps like that, and they were all leaking. It was as if the boy was having fun, just pulling off the tap head and spraying water everywhere. The dream. In the middle of the night, I've been hearing the word steward before. I went to check the dictionary what the steward actually means. And the easiest thing that comes to mind about stewards that I know is when we're watching football match. You know those people that are not always watching the match. They are facing the fans. They back the stadium. Match is going on, everybody is shouting. He said, "Oh, it's offside, it's not offside." Fans are jumping and shouting. These guys are the ones they don't watch game, even though they want to watch. But the discipline they have is that they have to take care of the crowd. They face the crowd. They make sure nobody jumps from the crowd into the pitch. They don't allow players that are celebrating to get into the list of. Have you seen people like that in the football match? Yeah. So I remember those people are called stewards. And I researched and discovered that stewards are trusted people. People that are ready to get dirty and injured in the protection of their master. Stewards are people that believe in their master. They are not with the master because of what they can get or because of the reward they can possibly get, but they are ready to make sacrifices just for the master to be comfortable. The Bible says they are what? Stewards. And the Apostle Paul talked about stewards in Ephesians chapter 3. If you read Ephesians chapter 3, we're going still to pray with that passage. A steward protects the interest. It's ready to take a bullet for the master.